All right, good morning, YouTube. Made it by 1 minute this time. So I am feeling a lot better. It wasn't the big sickness. It wasn't the name. It wasn't the name brand flu. It was just the average run-of-the-mill sickness. But it was enough for me to not be able to create videos for some time. Mainly just because couldn't get through a couple sentences without coughing, and just wasn't really there. Like everything was just bad. Voice was sounding weird, just everything, right? But feeling a lot better right now. Almost all my symptoms are gone. Congestion's gone. The cough is gone for the most part. So feeling good. So more content is coming out in the next couple days. Just want to give you a little bit of an update on that. So I have been working on my the scripting process for a lot of new videos. So things that you can expect in the coming days. First, I am going to be spending a lot more time into the programming series, just so that way we can kind of discuss like my thought process when it comes to making workout programs and things that I've learned and manipulated to kind of get to where I am. So that's going to be coming out. The power building series is going to continue as well, where I'm going to kind of go over certain topics as they relate to power building. So the intention of the power building series, right? Oftentimes you're going to get a lot of different information out there, right? Whether you go to Renaissance Periodization's channel, whether you go to Alexander Bromley. So what the power building series is supposed to do is supposed to take certain concepts, ideas, applications from one aspect, which is maybe more hypertrophy focused, and give you a side of it where when strength becomes a factor, this is like, these are things you need to consider in relation to that. So training to failure. Training to failure for a bodybuilder is very different from training to failure for a power builder, or because training to failure for powerlifting just isn't really viable. So that's why the power building series exists, is to kind of bridge that gap between your strength content you find on YouTube and the size content you find on YouTube. Because oftentimes what will happen, you find this great information on a size focused channel, a bodybuilding focused channel, let's say like natural hypertrophy, or bigger channels like Jeff Nippard. And then you also have this goal of strength, which when you try to apply those principles and those techniques just might not always work that well. So there's that, right? If that's something that you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel, because that is coming out. Then with the programming series, like I said, it's just going to be a deep dive into my thought process as far as like how I make programs, what I consider when I make programs, how to manipulate the variables of volume, intensity, frequency, and fatigue management. So all of that is going to be in the programming series, as well as a lot of other miscellaneous topics that are going to be coming out. I am also going to be continuing the philosophy and psychology of the gym series. A lot more videos are going to be coming out on that. I am almost done with the 7 deadly sins and virtues, and the 7 deadly sins and the 7, like, let's say heavenly virtues of like the gym or of lifting, because it's not just etiquette in the gym that this is focusing on. It's more so like mindset. It's more like the values and beliefs you should carry within yourself as you go into the gym. So those are all on the horizon, as well as other topics like exercise order, building up the bench press. The bench press is a lift that I have like had to fight literally for the longest time, because going from 275 to 315 was the longest struggle for me personally. That's where I kind of hit the biggest roadblock. So if you're dealing with that, more information will be coming on that as well. So the main thing with this video is just to let you know I'm alive, that videos are in the making, and that I will be putting out more and more content as time goes on. So the semester did begin for my university. But I'm only going to school in person 2 times a week. I tried to schedule all my classes on those days, just so that way I have the rest of the week. But I also work. So I'm only working 3 days a week, and I'm doing classes 2 days a week. So that leaves like a day for me to like get the bulk of my YouTube stuff done. But there's also like other hours in the other time of the day where I will get things done. But regular content will be coming to you guys. And also another thing I wanted to announce is that if you do have any questions, just send them over to me on Instagram at standstrength. for any future Q&A project that I do, most of my questions I would prefer to have come from there just because it's a bit easier to manage. There are some questions that did come up in YouTube comments, and I do have the ability to kind of filter through them, like if it contains a question. So I'll be able to look at there as well. But sometimes, just given how like there's a lot of things I'm kind of like involved in, I would like to have like all the questions just to be into one place, so that way I can address it there. So on Instagram @standstrength, you can send me questions there. You can still leave them in the comments below if you need to, but for the most part, if you want your question to be answered as soon as possible, go to my Instagram @standstrength. There's a couple other announcements I wanted to make. So the channel did reach 1,000 subs. It actually reached more than that over the course of my sickness, because thank you to Ben the Barman, Steve Shaw, Faz Lifts. So I've been working with Steve, and like kind of more so on the back end, but due to sickness and other stuff, but he's been really helpful as far as like helping me with building on my channel, getting my titles, thumbnails, and content kind of like oriented in a certain way, staying true to myself. So he's been very grateful, helpful for that. Same with Faz. Faz has been nothing but supportive with me, and he is actually the first coach that I ever hired. So great coach. If you want the coach's coach, yeah, go to Faz, go to Steve. So big shout out to them. Big gratitude and thanks out to them. Then next would be Jeffrey Brady Schofield. So he recently shared one of my videos where I actually gave him a bit of advice, and many of you have come from that video. So if you are part of the subscribers that came from that video, thank you so much for coming to the channel. I do hope that the upcoming content makes you happy to stick around, and is very helpful to you. That's the number one thing with this channel is, of course, I got bills to pay and whatnot, but the first and most important thing is just making sure that my content is helpful to you guys. If I feel like it's not helpful, then I'm not going to really spend my time on it. And then, everyone else, like there's also a lot of other people who've been very supportive of me, so thank you so much to them. I really look forward to the future of this channel, and I really look forward to everything else that I would do and hope to help with everyone else who is watching, who is subscribing, everything like that. So I'm very grateful, very excited. I'm still kind of up in the air as what I want to do for a 1,000 subscriber special, just because I do think it's something that I would like to celebrate. I would like to not congratulate myself for, but to express my gratitude to everyone here. So if you have any ideas, maybe I'll make a community poll to kind of let you know, or to see what might interest you as far as like 1,000 subscriber special. I'm open to many ideas, but yeah, more content is coming. If you have questions, send them to me on Instagram @standstrength. Thank you so much for everyone who has helped build up the channel to where it is, the subscribers, as well as the people who have inspired me and kept me going. And more is to come. I promise you that. And thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.